Hey everybody, happy Monday. Happy Monday. Coming to you live from my bedroom. Happy full moon in Scorpio. It's going to be a super moon, I heard. And we are sitting in opposition to the sign that the sun's currently sitting in, which is Taurus. Happy Taurus season. Taurus babies, I love you. All right, for today, we're going to go with a beautiful tiger's eye sphere. Beautiful Taurus eye sphere. Okay. The beautiful selenite cube. Ooh, wee-wah. Hi, Dorian. Thanks for being here. I love you. I hope that you have a good day. And we got our beautiful Flourite heart chakra vibes. Tower. Okay, so how was that 4-4 portal? There was maybe some movement from home to home, whether that home was outside yourself or within yourself. We could have been breaking down foundations and rebuilding foundations. We also could have been setting some boundaries, setting some limits to our world as we know it. So that's really fun. There's also kind of like this big energy, probably Taurus coming back in, but I'm getting this energy of like community shifting, right? And I think it was in part that 3-3 portal with the 4-4 portal, this community and like kind of joyfulness, 3-3 energy, and then we kind of move on to like our boundaries and our home, and we have to draw those lines and we have to reorganize. So could be related for some of us may be different. But regardless, today is really exciting because of the full moon in Scorpio, and Scorpio's the 8th sign in the zodiac. The numerology for the day today, the date, actually also came out to 8, so it's a very, very, very transformational period for us. The full moon also asks us what can we release if that's something that you identify with at this time. So what I have here, it says, transformations have been taking place this week. People dropping in, things dropping out, things dropping in, people dropping out, right? Big things, influences, admirations, showing true colors, reorganization of home, inside and outside, we talked about that. Shifts occurring in abundance, perceptions towards abundance. Changes in the use of resource, the use of partnership. Working to get from what is to what could be requires the absolute realization of exactly what is being pressured moment to moment. Working to get from what is to what could be requires the absolute realization of exactly what is being pressured moment to moment. Kind of a weird one, but I think some of you guys know what we're talking about. We could experience very increased emotions, being that it's a supermoon, being that it's in a water sign, Scorpio, one so intense as Scorpio, right? Love you, Scorpions. And so this will bring intensity from the subconscious into the realm of the conscious mind. This was really, really beautiful. That was one of my realizations of this past week. And it came up again when I was writing. So I'm thinking that maybe we can all collectively look at this statement for this whole moon cycle. I want to say from this full moon to next full moon personally. It says, this is about realizing that shadows don't work, they play. How are you playing with your shadows? That is big Scorpio energy. So maybe that'll be making sense for everyone in the next couple weeks. Okay, so as for our candle for today, I chose the heart candle. I was getting like simultaneous vibes between the actual heart chakra, like something green, and something like kind of higher up, kind of that like third eye energy, crown energy. And so we ended up with the heart candle that represents the heart, but also represents the connection of the divine through the heart, through the spirit. So we have that going for us now. Okay, so if you're in group 1, we got some smoky here. Group 1, if you're in group 1, this is your reading for the full moon in Scorpio. What do I need to know? Spirit. Matt, I miss you, B. Thanks for coming. It's good to hear from you. We'll have to FaceTime soon. Oh, this is really sweet. So, like, they're saying, like, come outside. Come outside. Oh, wow. So there's something here. This is great. Okay, so first of all, we have nature and compassion. Yes, I'm down. Just standing. Okay, so first we have nature and compassion. So nature is very special in this deck. Remember, if for those of us that remember, I mean, we have the environment card and we also have the nature card. So they're kind of inherently different, right? So we have nature inherently, right? And that's beautiful. So taking those walks, maybe even something that's come to me this morning, sitting outside for a period of time, doing your work outside, having a breakfast, having a phone call outside, things like that. And there's also compassion. So it's like, I don't know, I feel like there's this energy that we're developing like a deeper compassion for the natural world, even though we don't communicate with it linguistically like we do with the rest of our human race. And yeah, pursue this compassion, pursue nature, I mean, as an environmental studies advocate, there are so many ways to have compassion for nature, right? You don't have to get your hands dirty in such a way. It can be through social media. It can be through networking. It can be through like educational outreach. It can be through like connecting people who've never met. Like it doesn't have to be like building a garden bed and like all that. So find where that compassion really lights on fire for you, because that's where you're going to be called to like interact with our Mother Nature, Mother Gaia. And then I feel like there's this energy of like something that's been wearing your patience, like something that you're like, why? I've done all the steps, like I've talked to the people, like I'm waiting. They're like, okay, we almost done. They're like, well, it's very simple. It is almost ready to drop in. It's like, we know you've been waiting. Maybe even waiting on yourself. So like for that click. Oh, wow. Okay. That's really fun because I'm asking, what do we need to know for our Tiger's Eye group? And of course, what else comes out but our solar plex? It's the match. It's why I picked the rock. It's because the solar plex. So willpower, drive, ironically, community itself again. And also that inner child. Have you been speaking with your inner child? That's what it was saying. And there it is. There's the 8. There's that transformation. There's that transformation. And here we're talking about 8 in sense of power, in sense of that lion inside you. Oh, Matt, this is for you. I don't know if you're still here, boy. And so we're working on this power. And we're working on this strength. The strength. And that's where it sits, right? In that solar plex. That's where it sits. Yeah, it's like, okay, so there, let me see. Oh my God, Matt. Rawr, this is for you. Hi, Trinity. Thanks for coming. Oh, wow. Okay, so there's like 2 energies, 2 different things. So the first one is like, yay, I'm so happy for that, Matt. The first one is like, there's a fate and there's a destiny, right? There's a fate and there's a destiny. The destiny is what you choose. The fate is what you'll be given if you make no movement, right? So it's like, this is this power and this energy and this childlike energy, right? It's like, this is that destiny. This is that destiny calling. And it's up to you if you want to pursue that, if you want to have that ambition towards that goal, right? Either way, you'll have a beautiful life. Either way, you'll have a beautiful life. But there's a difference between fate and destiny, right? And that's what we're trying to say. That's what we're trying to get across right now. And then we have the Hermit, good old Hermit. So don't ask anyone else. This is about you. This is about what you want, what that Plex wants, what that commitment wants. Don't ask anyone else right now. This is the time for you to turn inwards. Your guidance is right there. Woo! That one kind of flipped out the side. All right, we got, oh my God. They said 1 to the 2-2. Then 1 to the 2-2. Okay. And then it's like, yeah, okay, so now there's like this Gemini type energy. It could be communicating about things, being a listener, even though that doesn't necessarily connect. But now I'm looking at the numerology, like, why did it come out again? There could be more stuff. But yeah, I think tapping into that gut instinct. And that's the thing, is that what's been coming up is just that instinct for people. I don't know if it's the Scorpio or if it's the Taurus, but it's been coming up. So find the difference between that intuition and instinct, because there's the difference, right? And boom, you guys got 7-7. So it's like, you're leveling up. You're connecting with your higher guidance on this subject. So choose wisely and stand your ground. Choose wisely. The very important message of this card is that there is not 2 options here. There is more than 2 options. There's always more than 2 options, right? And that's the important thing, is that the situation that we're in right now, it's not a yes or no. It rarely ever is, right? It's about which path am I going to take and why? Because once you take it, like, that's how you know. That's how you know, is that you're almost like, I kind of get this instinct. This instinct is, you're not going to have to worry about not standing your ground, because you're already going to know you chose what you meant to choose. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting. Oh, and also relax. Relax. You'll know when the opportunity is ripe to make the choices that you need to be making, right? Beautiful. I love that. Let's see what the heart wants. Literally. Okay. What do we need to know for this group? Okay, it's like there's a situation. Yeah, okay, so there's a situation where the way that we're going to move forward is by looking past. The way we're going to move forward is by looking past. So this is the Chariot, right? So it's all about that forward movement, but always having what you need to move forward, right? And so if we can't move forward, then it must be that we're calling for something other than what the path, right, is, as we previously called in our guides to set in front of us. So they're like, okay, like we're here, we asked for this, but we're not remembering that we asked for this. So we need to look and see what's arising, and try to flip that perspective. Very simple, and you got another 7 too. So like this is a spiritual energy. This is a spiritual time for you. This is like a crown chakra upgrade is what I'm feeling. It's like, and solar plex, is that like you are in deeper guidance. You are in deeper connection with your inner guidance. And so it's like, they kind of like want that. And they want you to pay attention to them directly. So it's like, then I say that, and this comes out, coming together in throat chakra. So I want to say, first of all, that if you're feeling like that card in solitude, if you're feeling overly in solitude, if you're feeling overly isolated from your community, it's a time for you to speak up. It's a time for you to connect and make that first move. We're all doing stuff. We're all getting older, right? So we're like not necessarily always thinking of checking in, but that's always going to be a thing that we need to do. So sometimes you're going to have to be the one who checks in first. Also, I get the energy of spirit here because you have the 2 and the 5 and it's 7. So like, how can it not be for them again? They're saying like, it's the other side of the throat chakra. It's the listening side. It's also the expressive side, but I mean, there's also the expressive side, but it's the listening side. Is that what's going to bring you together with your guidance is like, seeking that expression through others, seeking those answers through others that are going to help you connect with them. And to listen and to listen and to hope for that understanding can be really important too. Also express yourself. Like, your voice is very important. We're all equally important. So try to figure out if there's imbalances in that. Okay. And trust. Trust that there's a new beginning coming on your way because this is the Fool's card. So, and that's the thing too, is like, if I don't know what's going on, it's probably because something new is about to go on. Right. Okay. All right, let's get some chakra energetics in here. What's going on? Chakra energetics. There's like 3, or my bad. No, there's 2. The throat and the solar plex, and then I called out the crown. I don't know. There's a lot of energy going on with that. Alrighty, so let's see. Hurry up, Blake. love this. Okay, so not what we expected. So we got sacral, and we got sexuality. And look at this too, because like coming together, right? That expression, coming together, sexuality, sharing, beauty, honor. I love that. Honor your sexuality, honor your sensuality, even though it's a different card in the deck. And it's that 13, by the way, which makes 4. But a lot of people have connections to 13 as well. So this is like, stands on its own. It's like, yeah, honor your sacral chakra, honor your sexual energy. It's like, this is part of our innate like being, right? And then we got compassion, and we got that beautiful lotus. I think some of you guys need to hear right now that lotuses always grow from the shit. And if you're going through a lotus time in your life, just recognize that the universe sees you. It also represents unfoldment, right? And I think that's important for the heart right now, right? Like we said, this is the energetics. This is important for our hearts to stay open, because if we don't have compassion, if we don't have this ability to see what others are going through, we're gonna get envious, and we're gonna get jealous, and we're gonna get like low worth, right? Which also is connected back to the sacral, right? Worthiness. So, very important. And also it's almost like this center. I'm getting this energy of like, center yourself around yourself. Insight, third eye, understanding, awakening, awareness, and self-evaluation. So this is really big too. And like, look for that insight in yourself, look for that little click, that inspiration. Third eye. And again, that's spirit knocking, saying, we're literally right here. You just need it's almost like a connection. It's like same. It's like matching cards, That's what they're trying to get across, is that you got to come up with a certain language. Everyone has different language that they speak to spirit in, right? So it's not going to make sense if you don't have that symbology, that relationship. That relationship. But also, right, with yourself, this is back to the sacral. It's like this releasing of emotions towards something, this releasing of emotions towards relationships. Yeah. Finding the relationship within yourself first. That's the energy. Finding the relationship within yourself first. So I got a new deck. And so this is a symbology deck, which is really ironic that I was talking about spiritual symbology. There are some viewers who maybe aren't in the chat right now, but they know what I'm talking about when I say that we all need our own symbology. So let's see, what symbols are you gonna be chasing this week? I want to know. This is it. This is an interesting one. Not. I really like that, because the thing is that, like macrame, I was thinking about this morning, like macrame, like knots are the art itself. There's a time where a process is art within itself, but there's also times where a knot is an entanglement, right? And we want to brush that free. But then also it's like at the same time they have this very unique knot up here, and knots are like for utility, they're effective to use. So it's like I think it's actually trying to show us this dualistic nature, right? Of like our perception, of like how our perception influences where we're at, right? If you want to see yourself knotted up, you're going to see yourself knotted up. There's going to be things, right? But if you want to see the beauty and you want to see the utility and the naturalness of everything you're going through, then you can too, because it's natural. So one more for the record. Cave. I like this because this is all about going inward again. It's all about finding those caves inside yourself. What lives in those caves, by the way? Right? Yeah. Okay. And I'm just so obsessed with the spirit cats that we just have to meet one every week. So let's see what spirit cat is going to come for us today. This is really nice. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Don't need my opinion, but you're getting it. Meet Vespertine, no sleep for the wild. She is a swirl of creativity and nighttime escapades. She is pure nocturnal playfulness and mystery. Going out at night is not only for the young. Night magic is for everyone. Explore the night. Go out dancing or walk under the stars. Gather with your friends and talk into the wee hours. Sing and play music under the moonlight. Stay up to watch a meteor shower or a lunar eclipse. See the sunrise while the world sleeps. Watch your perspective expand and shift. You have more energy than you believe. And that's night magic. So I know some of you witches out there, they're asking something of you. The moon is at 8:33 p.m. tonight. But don't forget that it's in opposition to the sun. So that, you guys, that's what they said it right there at the end. You have so much more power than you know. And it's like, I think it's a matter of reorganizing this power and redefining which way we're going with it all. That's like really gonna align it and like make use of it for you. Like make it work, make the machine, make the chariot roll, you know? So I love you guys. That was your readings for group 1. See you guys 2 weeks. Pretty sure the new moon's also in Scorpio. I mean, no, Taurus. 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 Okay. If you chose a Selenite cube, this is your reading. What do we need to know for this group number 2? Angels, ancestors, spirit guides. What do we need to know for our highest and our best? Woo! Aw, okay, so it's like, you guys, I love this. First of all, it's like you, wow. It's like you heal through music. You heal through music. Hey, Treasure, thanks for being here. I've been on my spiritual journey for a couple years now. Yeah. How about you? So what I see here is like 2 things. It's either 1, you guys actually heal through music, others, and 2 is the obvious, is that we all heal through music, right? We all heal through music. So that's for sure. That's really fun. It's maybe saying like the music that you've been feeling connected to. Keep connecting with that. Congratulations on your journey, Treasure. That's amazing. I'm happy to have you here. I hope you get something out of the messages. Okay, and then it's like this other energy. This is really, really interesting, but it's like there's a situation, a time and place in your life where you're reprogramming. You're reprogramming right now. It could be yourself. It always, right, is yourself, but it could be you and others too. And what I'm getting here is that it's time for you to take the lead in this. It's time for you to say what you've been wanting to say in this situation. We have 999, so represents compassion in this deck. So just make sure that you have your compassion. Thanks, Treasure. Just read your message. Make sure that you have that compassion, but that ambition, right? Ambition, that's the word today. So 999, but that's it. That's the end of the cycle. That's that ascension, right? That Sagittarian ascension. It will take time, but it will make sense. I think it will make sense as it comes. What needs to be said. So we have domestic harmony, which is great. So we're thinking about the home. We're thinking about the people in the home. We're thinking about the body as a home. We're thinking about our schedule as a home. And it's like two things that are going to help us find what's the balance that we need to maintain is our health and our intuition. Did opposite, but yes. So our health is our body health, our exhaustion level, our drainage, or feeling fulfilled, right? Drainage versus feeling fulfilled. Very, very easy, right? Am I hungry? Did I skip lunch on accident? Did I skip breakfast on accident? Or maybe you like to do that, but in any rate, it's the imbalance, right? We're looking for the imbalances in body health. And we're looking for the intuitive clicks, the intuitive messages, the intuitive pushes that we get throughout the day that sometimes need to conspire for us to understand what they were for, but now we understand and we can kind of start trusting that. We can kind of start taking that, right? In through our own experience. Okay, interesting. Let's see what's next. Okay, what do we need to know? What do we need to know? Spiritual send us message. They don't want to speak through this one today. That's okay. They just have one thing to say for this deck. Spiritual union. Spiritual union. Two of Cups. Beautiful relationships. Spiritually fulfilling relationships. I'm gonna try one more time. See if anything comes. There it is. Okay, so now okay, so it's like we have mental conflict and moving on. So, mental conflict, moving on. Okay, So these are both blue borders. So they're both energy of the mind, So we're getting tripped up by our mind. So first of all, we have mental conflict. Mental conflict. And to that card, we got balance. And I love this. There's two messages here. First of all, it's that the mental conflict is the yes, no. The should I, shouldn't I. The will he not, right? That's the mental conflict. The mental conflict is the dichotomy of our world, right? It's dichotomizing everything. But really, even though everything has those two sides, that yin and that yang, they're mixed in with each other, right? We know this. And so that's why the balance card comes out at this time. And notice how it's 11 and 2. So it's that 2 energy. It's that balanced energy. It's that partnership energy, whether it's within yourself or outside of yourself. So first of all, notice how he has swords, cups, pentacles, and wands. He has all 4 suits of the tarot deck. Not 2, 4. Because balance doesn't come in 2s, right? Well, it does, but that's not what we're talking about right now, right? That's the point, is that in this situation, it isn't just yes or no. It isn't just I will or I won't. There's more than one path. There's 2 paths. There's more than 2 paths. That's the point. More than 2 paths. Also, the other energy of this card is the Justice card, which says, the universe balances what I cannot. So don't worry about balancing what the universe is going to balance for you, right? You got to choose what your heart wants. Don't let this get in between. So when you make sigils question from Treasure, she wants to make some sigils and she's wondering what to do with them. You can do so much with them, Treasure. You can do whatever you want. You can bury them in the ground. You can burn them. You can put them under your pillow. You can put them behind your TV. You can put them in a glass and drink the water. You can plant them in the ground and plant a tree on top of it. You can paste it on a rock and see when it washes off. You can, right? Like you can paint it on a fence. You can paint it on a wall. You can paint it on a book. You can paint it. You can do anything you want, girl. You really can. Just keep track of it. Keep track of it, see how it, how it progresses. Like if you do put it outside or if you do burn it, like watch it get burnt. Think about what you're thinking about at that time. If you're watching it get washed out by water, take note of how long that takes. Yeah, no, it's like you could do so much. Like definitely explore, find what works for you. That's the beauty of it. So yeah, you're welcome. Okay. Universe balances what I cannot, okay? Universe balances what I cannot, so stop worrying about balancing the damn universe, you guys. It's like, move on. Thanks. Oh my God, I'm sorry. That was a little sassy. But that's it. That's the reality of it, is that you're coming for the wisdom. You're not coming to do this forever, right? You're not coming to do this forever. You're coming for the wisdom, and then you're going to be on your way. So don't get caught up. Don't get caught up by that. That's hard. That's really hard. We'll see if that helps. Yeah, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Oh, our beautiful heart candle's burning down as we crack open this heart tarot. Excuse me. Excuse me. So there's some stubborn energy in the air. No, I'm just joking around. I mean, there may be a little stubbornness. Okay, so. Wow, it's like, oh boy, it's like, that is so cool. Okay, give me a sec. Okay. So there's a lot of messages here. Okay, so we have, okay, so first of all, the subconscious, the moon. This is the moon in the tarot, right? So it's like this unconscious energy that's like coming out, this full moon in Scorpio. That's it. That's it. That intense, heavy scorpion moon sitting in that subconscious, and the Taurus sun, right? That's what's happening, right? So there's things coming to the surface, whether or not we're looking at them or not. They're asking us to look. We're trying. But there's a lot of subconscious energy. So, sorry, there's a lot of cards that came out. So, in this energy, it's like, this is a balance here. This is a balance here. We're flowing, but we want a dedicated effort. We want a consistency, right? We're not just going to one and done and just drop it. It is something where we're doing consistent work, where we're working with it in a consistent basis, in a pattern. We're trying to get somewhere instead of just staying in the same place, but we're also flowing with it. We're not forcing the action, right? That's what's beautiful. I feel like there's an energy that needs to be expressed. Like you need to really hold close your throat chakra right now. There's going to be energies you want to express forward, and if you suppress that, then that's only going to end in you feeling unfulfilled. So I feel like there's this energy that we need to, it's like we need to confront our throat chakra. That's what I see. That's what I see. And then on the other hand, right, we need to confront our hesitations to express ourselves. But we also need to know that if we set ourselves to something, if we set our drive to something, all we have to do, we need to continue to know that we can achieve it. We need to continue to know that we can achieve it and believe it and tell ourselves that we can do it, because you can. It's just a matter of knowing that you can, so that it can conspire in that way. That little white thing on my altar right here, it says proceed as if success is inevitable. And that's what I think this energy is trying to say right now. Proceed as if success is inevitable. Because it is. You won't see that. You're having a trouble to see that because you don't know you're capable. You don't think that you were able to do it, but you can. You can. Because this is it. This is your new vitality. This is your new mission. This is your new lesson. So when you can see that, you can pursue it, everything will work out. Everything will flow. You know? So, love that. Okay, let's do some chakra energetics. And you will get through this. You will get through this. Oh, wow. How interesting. This last group got the same card. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is really... Oh, wow, I love this. So, let's see. Okay, so, first of all, heart chakra. We got compassion. So, caring, empathy, acceptance, and gentleness. And the lotus flower there for the compassion. Lotus is rising out of the shit. So we have that, right? And we have that compassion in our heart for others. We have compassion. Actually, I should have done this one first, because you can't have compassion until you have emotional balance. You got to have that emotional balance, right? So we're going to feed ourselves. We have to fill our cup. We have to fill our cup, okay? And you can do that in whatever way you see fit for you right now, okay? Don't worry about anyone else's opinions when it comes to filling your cup, because you're filling your cup, not theirs, right? That's the main point. If this means, screaming a little bit, that's what that means right now. If this means having a glass of wine, that's what that means right now, okay? No one can hold shame over you except for yourself. So fill up that heart. Fill up that heart. It's almost like, yeah, if I want to be here, how would I be here? Like, if I want to be on this realm, like, how am I going to do it? Like, why is my heart here? Why am I happy? Oh, I already said that one, compassion. So once we have the balance, then we can open it up for compassion, and we can understand how everyone has different truths. We can understand how to help each other with love. Okay, and then we have this energy of like possession. So I get like a double meaning here. I love this card. It's so pretty. She looks like very like dark, but she has little things. You can't really tell, but there's like keys and bubbles and like little little knickknacks. And I feel like it really does illustrate that sense of possession, because it's like, for possessions, there's something happening out of it. It's not just to simply possess it. And so it's like, I feel like this is to like take note of your possessions and like what roles they play in your life, and how does value feed into that as well? Like, is the value equal to like the use, or, right? That's something where we always kind of like lose sight sometimes. So possessions. And then for others, it's like, this gratitude for it, right? You can have as many possessions if only you're grateful over that. And like, yeah, and then for others, it's like a letting go. There's needing to be letting go for possessions, for sure. Or even a non-voluntary letting go. So yeah, beware and just try to see the compassion in the situation. Try to see above. We have will. So this is it too, because this is like the solar plex we already talked about, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, it's throat, but it's also solar plex in a lot of ways, right? And so anyway, I'm talking too much at this point, but we got our will, and we have that open heart center. That's what's going to get us what we want to go. That's what's going to get us what we want to go. And we got to just reiterate our will. Make sure that you're in alignment with your will, and not, the will is the why. The will is the why, not the what. That might help. The will is the why, not the what. Yeah. Okay. So we have some symbology here. We're going to see what symbols you should watch in the next week or so, or maybe some that have already come up, but they're going to come up again. So there's one. Whatever. We'll do 3. So, okay. So air. So air signs. Maybe air in your chart. Maybe air within itself. Like, it was really breezy for the past week over here. Having a breath of fresh air. We got moth. Moth. People with moth tats. Moths are drawn to the light. So that could be it. We got the moon energy here. So it's like a very nocturnal energy, definitely. Definitely. And we got vessel, which I love, because I feel like this goes back to the health. This goes back to our emotional balance and our possessions and our health. Yeah, it's like, that's your vessel. And how the vessel sometimes is like outside of the physical, right? So that's really beautiful. Okay, this is an interesting week for sure. For sure. All right, you guys got a long reading. Let's meet a spirit cat for this week for us to call in. Okay. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? There it is. Oh, some people got this 2 weeks ago. Meet Majesty. She lives inside each one of us. She is the queen of the vulnerable heart, the yearning soul, and the seeking mind. She helps us see our majesty, helps us to honor our gifts, hone our skills, and be true to our word. Let us not diminish ourselves with endless self-criticism and self-negation. We must wear our crown of light and love with confidence, grace, and a generosity of spirit. We all have something to teach and share with our fellows. Cultivate kindness and respect towards yourself so that your gifts may flourish and be shared freely with those around you. Word. Word. That's majesty. What you have inside you. Okay. That's the Selenite Cube Group 2 reading. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. Thought we got a little in there for a sec, so wow. But I'll see you guys next week. Or no. 2 weeks for the new moon in Taurus. All right. Lastly, all my healers out here. Beautiful Flourite. There's more than just this group, but you don't just pick heart for a reason. Or wait. You know what I mean. Alright, if you chose Rainbow Flourite, this is your reading. What do we need to know? Spirits, angels, ancestors, guides. What do we need to know for our highest and best? Okay. Okay. It's like, okay, I'm gonna just stick with that then. So it's like, this is interesting. So we have love partnership first off the bat. Love partnership. So it could be that there's patience required in this partnership, which it always is, right? So we're bringing that back in. We have the 626, I mean the 262, 262. So yeah, partnership, integration, balance. Okay, so balanced, are we balanced? And then there's like two separate, I almost feel like these are all like on their own energy level, but there's financial discipline and there's nature. I mean, some of you, I mean, like, I get this funny thing, like, don't spend so much money at the nursery, but like, that's not, I don't think that's the main message. So I also see like this. I also see like the nature of the love partnership, like going out in nature, right? But also seeing the true nature of different situations. So that's kind of a weird start. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so it's like, wow. Okay, hold on. Oh, wow. Okay, so then there's like, wow. Okay, so I'm gonna do, I just feel like the numbers don't lie right now. And it's like, yeah, it's like, if there's something with your health, or maybe just pursuing your health, but it's like this energy of like, you need to take a time out. You need to take a time out and you need to come back in touch with your spirituality. It's like exhaustion, overcommitment. Because here's why. Okay, stay with me here. But the numbers tell me here that it's like, it's this energy of spirit. It's like very direct message from spirit is that you need to take a time out. Here's why. Because 3, 7, 7, 7. So we got 7, 7, 7 already. And that's spirit. 7 is spirituality. 7 is the number of spirit. I mean, it's different for different people, but I'm reading right now, so that's what it says. Spirit. But then not only that, they added another. So it's like, this isn't for spirit. This is for you, first of all. And it's for your health, last of all. So you literally got 5 7s right there. And that's the spirit of change. So I just think that that's very significant. Watch the 7s, right? If there's a place where there's 7s present, that might show us some insight. 7's also the crown chakra, so it has everything to do with divine connection. Wow. 5 7s. Let's see what else comes out. Okay, interesting. Okay, so it's like, wow. Wow, okay, so there's a lot here. Sorry, there's a lot here. So, first of all, this is something that came up with the last group, and it's like this mental conflict. So the mental conflict is like the yes, no. Should I, shouldn't I, right? And what's going on here is that you're trying to manage too much. You're trying to manage it all, because here we have the balance card. And we have the swords, cups, pentacles, and wands. These are all the suits of the tarot deck, right? And so this balance card reminds us, even though it's a 1-1, that 2 energy, it reminds us that balance doesn't occur between 2 things, right? It occurs between as many things that are involved happen to be there. So, and then it's also this energy of like, the universe balances what I cannot. The universe balances what I cannot. So don't worry over the details. Don't worry over stuff that you don't really have control over to begin with, because the universe is going to help you sort that part out. So that's kind of the energy that I'm getting from the mental conflict. Also, it's like, you need to trust your insight right now. You need to trust your intuition right now. It will not lead you wrong. Especially in the sense of like making these decisions, right? We're making all these little decisions, and it's going to come step by step. It's going to come step by step. But our intuition can be we can be using it at that time for more accurate understanding of what we're going through. Okay. Then got 777 again. Let me skip that for a sec. So then we have this energy of like, this is what we want to follow. First of all, it's the passion ignited. And she's it. That's it. That's the Ace of Wands. That's it. All that matters is her and her burning, passionate heart. That's all that there is. There's nothing else. And so that's the thing, is that what we're going to be focused towards, what we're going to be wanting to achieve, it should be just as beautiful as that, right? So we know what that might be. And we also know that it's something that brings us together. It's something that makes us happy. It's something that your friends support, right? Your community supports. They see that you're capable of doing it. You see that you're capable of doing it most of the time, right? And then again, we got So these ones were inverted, which normally don't matter too much, but it was a 7-7. Again, 7-7 again. And what I'm seeing is like, it's like you need to use your insight. Because yeah, there are going to be things that confuse and cause reactions in us. Oops. So, but the thing is that when you use your insight to like kind of look through these, there's nothing that's really there anyway. These deceptions and these envies, they're just things that we want to change in ourselves. They're just things that we want to integrate into our new self, Um, yeah, and then and then also don't worry about the envy. Don't worry about this deception, right? We already said that. It's not the main point. It's not the main point. You need to stand your ground because you have the answer. That's the thing. That's the thing, is that it's inside here. It's not. It's inside. And that's what's going to take you next to the next level. So yeah, and know when the shadow is present. Know when the shadow is present. It'll make sense. It'll make sense because you won't have control over it. All right, next. All right. Oh, yikes, I forgot a card. Okay, well, yeah, I want to say, so we had rejoice and celebration. So it's like, you don't always have to be like connected to people emotionally. You can definitely have your own like area. And like you think he looks sad, but he's not. He's not. He's just having a zen moment. Okay, forgot that one. Moving on. Okay, this is great. So like, first of all, it's like, okay, you're not gonna come into this abundance unless you really, really, really work on healing this part of yourself. Something, or a relationship. And it's because of this double 8. It's the 1-7 to the 8. It's 1-7 to the 8. So, so it has to do with that divine abundance, and I think that if you continue to use that healing outlook towards something that maybe you know what it is, then that's going to bring that. Because here it says again with another 8, when the opportunity beckons, success and growth are there. When the opportunity beckons and you see the opportunity, success and growth are there already. And in terms of the day-to-day flow and just breathe. Flow and just breathe. Because every day you write it, right? Every day you write it. So just breathe and just go with what you want to be going with. Tell you otherwise. Until you let them tell you otherwise. Just flow. Just flow. Okay. So this is fun. We got really like grounded ones, or fairly grounded ones. So we got, okay. So we got base chakra. And security, stability, belonging. Safety. Stability, security, belonging, safety. Things like this. The physical body safety. And then we got solar plex. So there's that inner child. There's that willpower. There's that drive. There's that sense of community, sense of connection. Within yourself, but also within others. The creatress, the empress. Okay, and then we got, as for chakra, we could do help from grounding, nature, presence, practicality, stability. And I like how this guy's like literally almost a tree. It's just this energy of like, just that energy with nature, basically, with the earth itself. So yeah, grounding practice, you don't have to become a tree, but that's the energy, that presence. So we got pleasure, enjoyment, beauty, sensuality, indulgence. Do what you like. We said it before. Do what you like. And also fill your cup. Fill your cup first. If I'm here, what am I here for? Like, from your own genuine perspective. I don't know. It's like, what would you really be partying here for? You know? That's what you should do for yourself. Okay. And I think in satisfying the heart and satisfying the inner child, I think that you get a boost of vitality in your root, in your body. I think that your body shows you, right, like that holistic wellness in a lot of ways. So definitely follow that. Okay, so we have a symbology deck here. So some of you guys like to follow the symbols. Some of you maybe don't follow them as much, but it could be really apparent during this next week or so if we just bring awareness around them. So let's see what symbology comes up for you guys. Oh, now that is interesting. So you guys got one, and it's eclipse. So that's really interesting. You can think about the last eclipse, the next eclipse. What an eclipse is, total eclipse of the heart. So it's like, that's the symbology of it. You can put what you see on it. But the bottom line is that something is eclipsing. And maybe it's you. Maybe it's you. So, all right, let's see what's going on here in our spirit cat realm. All right, what spirit cat is going to be with us in the next couple days? I mean, weeks. More shuffling. Meet Shrine. He loves to curl in a fluffy ball of appreciation and take in the calm, cozy expanse of his home. Create a sanctuary of peace and inspiration. Let go of objects that don't make you happy. If there are broken items that you have been meaning to fix, unused gifts or remnants of a passionless hobby, send those things on their way. Clear the space and surround yourself only with the things that support you and make your heart sing with the joy of being alive. Light a candle. Open a window. Be thankful for all that you have. Sit with Shrine in your lap and honor your home. And that's Cozy Home. Okay. So that was a really scattered reading, not gonna lie. If you were group 3, hit me up, because that one went over my head. I'm not gonna lie. No, but thank you for being here, everyone who dropped in. I love you guys all so much. Group 3, I love you. Group 2, group 1, I love you guys all. And take care of yourselves. Don't say yes unless it's a holy hell yes. And yeah, commit to yourself. I love you guys. Have a great next 2 weeks, and I'll see you all for the new moon.